I greet you in the love and the light. This is a tribute to Emma Smith, a neighbour, a friend who's recently passed away. I just don't know what to say. It's an awful situation. But the only thing that really matters moving forward is a boy has the help he needs. I thought I would offer some help and guidance to Emma's son. We're from similar cultures, or the same culture. I grew up on Park End with white parents with black skin, so I understand him more than anybody really would on the estate in Park End, I understand his immediate family will look after him and all the rest of it, but I would just offer some guidance to the boy, of the positive guidance, of the love energy that I profess and offer to anyone, really. I'm going to seek out her parents or her mother. Another boy's staying with the mother. But I would like, he comes to the house all the time, we talk all the time. We have done for years, since he was a toddler. And I know he's getting a big boy now, and he'll start to understand things, differently. And I just want to offer some guidance of the positive persuasion. I know her parents don't know me and things like that, but I hope this video finds them. Everybody knows where I live. The boy knows where I live, and I'm sure he'll want to talk to me. I knocked on the door the other day and asked if the boy wanted to come and chill with me for an hour, because he sometimes does. If he's playing out, he sometimes calls over as a chat, as a drink. He was here all day, a month ago. And I'll remind you, we went on my log cabin roof, and we phoned Emma, and spoke to Emma while he was on the roof, and I'm on the roof, Mum, and he was safe, I'm sure. But Mum was frightened, said, get him down off the roof, and it was a lovely embrace, and she knew I would look after him, and she knew I would take him, take it seriously, his safety, and his well-being, I offer all my love to the family, and all my passion for life is unquestionable, of the good persuasion. I never want to push anyone into the negative, or and see them doing it. And if I see any kid or anyone on the estate, doesn't matter who they are, in the negative path, I always offer them guidance. And this is something I've done for donkey's years, all my life. I'm 45-year-old, and I grew up on this estate all my life, and I've known this boy, pretty much all his adult life, all his adolescent life, from him being a toddler. I was always at Emma's. I'm friends with his dad, but I'm close. I've been closer to Emma because Emma lived around a neighbour. We bumped into each other on nights out. We talk. We've been friendly for years. We're not the best of friends. You know what I mean? We don't, socialise together as a rule. But I've always offered guidance to the boy. I've always given him a few quid for sweets at the shop, and and I've always looked at him, as I would any boy. But the cultural difference is that white families who have white, black mixed race children. Um, it's a different guidance. I'm not saying it's the wrong guidance or anything like that, because culturally it's just different. Um, um, and as he gets older, he'll seek this out, as I seek that information out about where you come from and the cultural differences. I'm not saying that they don't love him dearly, because they do. I can see that. I know this to be true. But what I'm saying is, there's the cultural differences. If you need any cultural differences and advice, please seek me out. I'd be over the moon to help with this boy, because he's something special. He's something special, and I knew this before Emma passed over. The reality of the passing over, she's with God now, and our Creator, and it's a blessing. But it's a shame for the boy that the boy will just never, ever be able to understand it. And the guidance that he needs will be so complex. Only God can help him, and guide him. And as I profess to do God's work all my life, I would offer my services of any description. If she wants me to watch him for an hour while she does whatever anyone needs to do. I know he's got loads of aunties and they'll look after him in a family setting, But, I promise you, from the bottom of my heart, I'd watch that boy like he was golden, because he is. He's a great lad, and I'm proud to live around the corner from him, I'm proud for him to be from the same culture. But even outside the cultural differences that people will say, I'm mixed race like him, and I've got so many things in my life is very similar to his life. His dad doesn't live close by, I know now, and things, the cultural differences. I just want to offer, I don't, I don't want to make anyone upset or anything like that. I don't want to upset her, but this was just something I felt compelled to do by God, and God only, not for my own selfish needs, or only for the boy, Anyway, just, love the world, because that boy's in our world still, and he needs the guidance, that I believe culturally he will seek out at some point. If anybody knows where Emma's parents live, could you please, send me the address, or give him my phone number, or give him this video, or make this known to them that that he is loved on this estate. And I know you probably want to come up with play with his friends and things like that, because he's got loads of good friends around here that he's always knocking about with. And I sometimes take them out to play golf and do things like that. We have little bonfires and things like that. I love the boy unconditionally. I can understand how confusing this may be for people, but it isn't confusing for I, because I only do God's work, and I love the lad. He's a great boy. He's a great boy, and and I'm sure Emma's talked about me to people, about, not really about me personally, but about a little bond we have with the boy, I knocked on the door the other day, and I said, "Do you want to come? I've lost my drone. Do you want to come and help me for an hour, son? I'll give you a few quid, And he's like, "Oh, I would, Lewis, but..." And he even came, because he was going out. He had some plans. I think he was going out somewhere, a little day out somewhere with someone. Mum said a party or something. I can't remember exactly, but I know Emma said, I think it was one of the aunties or something like that. I'm not sure. Um, but the boy came home from whatever day out he was doing, and he came straight round and knocked on the door. Knocked on my door and said, "Have you found it?" And I'd found it by then, so we didn't go out looking for it. And he's just so pleasant to be around, you know. But I just want to offer my services. I will leave some flowers and my telephone number on Emma's doorstep today. I hope they find the way to, you know, I hope they found the way to the family or anyone who may be able to pass my number on or something. Anyway, I love yous with all my heart, and everything will be all right. And God has the path for us that we seek, that boy's going to seek, and that's the best path for the boy. Some people might have another opinion, and that's fine. I respect everyone's opinion and everyone's free will, especially the boys in this instance, because the boy's just not going to know which way up is down is left for so long. And I just know this to be true because I've seen this happen. I was separated from my father for years, and it does change these boys, and I know they have a stronger or a better chance of keeping on the right path, the proper path, with more guidance. Anyway, love and light, and my blessings to Emma and family. Bye.